Hello, we are going to study Angularjs. Angularjs is JavaScript framework for coding the web. For the most problem people have is how to get started with Angularjs. In this tutorial series, I will be showing you how to get started with Angularjs and how to start coding with Angularjs. I'm using Twitter Bootstrap for front-end design, which for my code editor I use something like this to get the basic starting point. Here, go ahead, choose the language to work with your project, and here you include the Bootstrap file that you have. My Bootstrap file is located from Boa resources. Go ahead, look for Bootstrap. It's Bootstrap. Yes, Bootstrap is this one, and go ahead, choose this, and this is where you will find your Bootstrap. So I will write Boa resources and go to list folder and go to CSS folder and choose your CSS file. Go ahead and look inside the script. Go ahead and choose source. The source will be also Boa resources Angular, because we are going to code Angular. Go ahead and choose angular.min.js. Script. So go ahead, look where is Angular. Angular is this one, and choose this angular.min.js, which is this file I'm having here. When you're done, now you are ready that you can start using Angular in your document. Let's delete this because we don't need this. Let's delete this and this, and let's call our page maybe Angular/1, because this is the first tutorial to start with Angular. Now, for the most JavaScript files, it is going to be in this tag, which is script, and you close the tag script, and here is where you put your JavaScript file. Remember that we are using Angularjs for JavaScript files. But before that, let's go to the browser to check if our code is running very well. For my development, I'm using Kali Linux for server. So go ahead, choose localhost, put the folder name, which is mine is Angular, then hit enter. Then there is no connections. What's the problem? The problem is that we didn't activate our Apache server to start running or start serving our web page. Go ahead and type service Apache 2, then start. When it is starting, now go ahead and run your code. You will see nothing here, which means our code is running well. Now come here back. In JavaScript, it is common to create a variable, let me call it the app, which is equal to, because we are using Angular, now it is equal to Angular.module, and choose which module you want to call your app, which is also app, and here is where you put the dependencies. Okay, now this is how do we create the modules. In JavaScript we have, in Angularjs we have a modules. A modules is like your application names. So once you have the modules, you can go ahead and create the controller, and after creating controller, choose the name of controller, maybe call it main controller, and here you choose what you want to insert it, which is the scope, and choose the function to which is the callback, then you close. Now we said that we want to use the scope in our function. Go ahead and insert it here, and go ahead create this scope, and the scope is going to, I'm going to display the name, my name on the screen, which should be name, which is equal to my name. Now I say that I want to insert in the scope the variable called name to be this name here. Now this is the declaration of my application and my controllers. So if I want to use the controller I created earlier, go ahead and create a new div, and on this div I have to specify which which Angular app I'm going to use, which is the name, which is equal to app, and which the controller is going to be used on this particular component, so which is the main controller. When you're done here, you are telling that I'm going to use the module called app, and I'm going to use the controller called main controller. So now when you're done, you can go ahead and display the variable that we have in our application, which is name. This is how we display the variable that is inside the Angular app. Go ahead and save and run again. Oh, what's the problem? Let's check out if console, see main controller not a function. Okay, let's see main controller not a function. Okay, let's see. What's the problem? Okay, now you can see that it's working very well. I'm able to display the name on the screen via the variable that I said earlier. Now simple, that is how we create the Angular controllers, and you can go ahead and create more Angularjs controller, which is like this, and choose the name, which is maybe going to be another controller, maybe login controller, and choose the callback, and it will need to use scope. You insert it here, you inject, that's what we call to inject the variable you want to use. Then the scope will be having maybe login, which is going to be also, you can even create a function which is like this, and in the function you can, maybe if someone click on your function, you are going to alert something is going to happen. And when you're done here, you can go ahead and create a link which is going to be hash, because it's not going to take you anywhere, and you close the link. So, and we want to use the Angular directive that is going to enable us to let people click on the element. So you're going to say ng click, and if somebody click on this button, on this link, you are going to call the login function and go ahead and test it. Oh, it's not visible. Have to set the color, which is style, and the color is going to be black, and go ahead not showing, man. Okay, you have to insert, maybe click here. Okay, when you click here, you should be calling the function login. Stop. Okay, now the reason why it is not working is because I didn't specify this login controller here. Also, maybe something like this controller to be also. It's possible to use more than one controller on one div, on one tag. Go ahead and refresh, click. Scope. Okay, now it's working. Oh, why two controller is not working? Go ahead and check out. So it's possible even to move this function inside here. No, sorry, inside here, and use only main controller, which have also the same codes, and you go ahead and run, and it will give you alert. So now that's how we create a basic Angularjs application. This is how to set up the Angularjs application on your files, and this is how to get started creating the modules, and this is how you take your modules and add the controller in it, and this is how you create variable names, and this is how you create a function inside your controller. And another interesting part is that you can even pass something in these functions. You can maybe pass a name, and instead of displaying this rubbish, you can also display this variable that is entered here, and when somebody click here, you can insert maybe your name, which is this, and you go refresh and you click. It will be the same result, which means you can even insert something like this. But if you don't want to be like this, there is a built-in function of Angular, which is a ng init, which is initialize. You can even initialize name. This name you want to pass in the login to be something like this, and you put that name inside here, and you go ahead and define. Oh, some errors this, or maybe okay, this init function is not something. What? Maybe it should be something like this. No. Oh, maybe it should be something like this. Okay, I know. Okay, when you click, it will be the same things like that. So you have to pay attention on these places if it's starting after this semicolon, and if it's like the same like this. With this, we have the ability to submit forms, and with some variable initialized before. Thank you for watching this Angularjs series. Please, if you like my tutorials, subscribe to me, and I will be teaching this Angularjs series with 24 series. You will be able to create your own Angularjs application with simple and more understandable tutorials I will be providing you. Cheers.